everyone. Today I'm going to do a little demo on the Pentart dipping paint. I'm going to use a little, I have here just an MDF ornament. I'm going to show you how to dip that in the dipping paint, and then we will go through and use some of the rub-on pigments. What I like to do is I actually take the dipping paint and I put it in a container that has a bigger, mouth, if you will, so that way I can dip the product in fully. I find it sometimes whatever I'm trying to dip in doesn't always fit into the actual jar itself, so I just like to put it in something else and then I dip it. This particular ornament is nice because it has a little hole at the top. So what I do is I use, again, just something where when it's dripping, I can hang it in there inside of it. And I just use like a little metal rod, and then I will, hang it in there to dry. Okay, they recommend that you leave it overnight to dry. And then do what you will with it the next day. I have tried to use heat on it. You got to be a little careful though with it. So what I'm going to do is I have actually I already stirred this up just to make sure it's ready to go. So I'll stir it again, and then what I'm going to do is I'll dip this. And what's really nice about the dipping paint is it does self-level, okay? So I'm going to get it in there as much as I can. I'm not too worried about the top of it because I'm going to do something at the top. I'm going to put a little bit of the liquid gold or something at the top. But so as you can see, I just dipped it in there. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way, sorry. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my rod through there, and I'll let it drip the excess is dripping off into there. And so just go ahead and let it get the most of it off. And then what I'm going to do is just transfer it and let it hang into my Tupperware here. And I'll move that into screen so you could see what's happening. Okay. And then I'm just going to let that hang in there and let the excess drip off. And then I'll set that aside, like I said, and let that dry overnight. And then once that's done, I will go ahead and decorate it however need be. Whoops. Okay, so let me put this aside because I did dip a couple already. Okay, so here are two that I dipped yesterday that you can also paint on, an object. Like this is just a resin bell. You can also use a paintbrush and put the dipping paint as well on the object. So this, like I said, is just a resin piece. It's just a bell. So if you wanted to do it direct like this and not dip it, you could do that as well. So you can just take it and just brush it along the whole piece. There's some raised edges here, so we'll do a light dry on this. And then do one more coat. this aside, and then we'll also color this as well towards the end here after I show you the ornaments. Okay, so you can, like I said, you can do it two ways. You can dip it and let it dry overnight. You can also paint it on. All right, so let's put this aside here. And then I'm going to grab these rub-on pigments, and I pulled out a couple colors. I just pulled out the ruby, the dragon eye, and the gold, which are beautiful. Now you do want to use the waxed paste, the transparent, to apply the rub-on pigments. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab another paper towel here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the transparent wax all over this. And like I said before, you just need a small amount, a very thin layer. We'll go ahead and put that all over the ornament. And then once we have that, we'll go ahead and start with the pigments. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a little bit of the gold, and we'll kind of just start it down here at the bottom. And what I do is I just press on the little sponge applicator here. I press it into the pigment and then I rub it on. So I'll just kind of do like a little ombre of the gold, red, and green, and then back to gold, red, and green again. And now I'll go back to the gold, and then the red and the green again. Okay, so now I'm going to use this stencil, and I'm going to put the transparent wax through the stencil, and then without moving the stencil, I'll put the chrome powder on top of that wax. I'm going to go ahead and close these up first before I end up spilling them all over the place. Again, you don't need much of the wax, so I'm just going to make sure I brush that all throughout the stencil, making sure I hold the stencil in place. Okay, now I'm going to take the silver chrome powder, and again, without moving the stencil, I'm going to go ahead and put the powder over the wax that I just laid down. Okay, now I'm going to take some of that gecko green and go ahead and put this in there too. I'm just going to mix the silver and the gecko green together. Alright, now we'll go ahead and take this off. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I love it. Go ahead and show you here. Look at all that sparkle and shine. Okay, now I'm going to take this contour liner in red, and I'm just going to write, I don't know, I'll write a little something on here. Let's see, something small. How about, okay, let's do the word joy. So, try not to squeeze this too hard. Let me show you. Hey, I like it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put like a little mistletoe right here at the end. I'm gonna take some of the green for the leaves. Okay, now that's all done. I like the way that turned out. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish up the bell that we did at the beginning. Okay, so once again, we'll need to put some of the transparent wax paste all over this. So we'll apply a thin layer all over the bell. It's got a little bit of raised decoration on here, so I need to make sure I get all over the bell. And then once we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and use the silver on the bell. Okay, so let's put the silver on here. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. I love, like I said before, I love the pigments and the dipping powder. It's just, they're a beautiful combination. Okay, I'm going to add some wax paste metallic in the color red, and I'm just going to put it on a little bit of this, the raised parts of this bell. Okay, I'm going to finish these off, and I'll show you what they look like at the end. so here you are. So I went ahead and put the metallic chrome on the side as well, just to finish them off. And then I put a ribbon through them. And then this one, same thing. I did the edges on here, and I put some lace through that. And then you see me finish off the bell. And what I end up doing with these is I'm going to put these on my presents. So I'll put like a little to and from on the back, and then I hang them on the presents. Whoops. So there you go. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.